Hi, my name is William Gaunitz with Evolution Hair Loss Institute and Advanced Trichology. Today I'm going to go over our full program and exactly how to use everything during a typical client setup. This would also be consistent with some of our larger packages online, and this is going to give you, through all instructions, exactly how to do everything from the very beginning all the way to the very end. So let's get started. First and foremost of our program, we are very unique in the fact that we want to detoxify your body when we begin to get body situated for hair regrowth. Part of our detoxification regimen involves not only a month-long use of a specific tea, but also the use of a product from the Sonny's company called Sonny No. 7. It is a combination of bentonite clay and psyllium husks in water that is going to allow the colon to detoxify while we're detoxifying the liver and the kidneys. So as I go over this, I'm going to be going through this on papers that are normally supplied not only to our clients but also to our at-home clients when they've purchased on our website. But that way you can follow along with me if you have these, otherwise this will just be for instruction. So through this, we are using our detoxify tea, which is specifically to be used to detoxify the liver and the kidneys. And in this case, it is actually an old Ayurvedic formula that I found when I also realized that people with some autoimmune conditions, people who have used medications long term that have just been generally rough to their body, or simply with age, you should detoxify typically once a year. By detoxifying at the beginning of the program, you are giving your body the greatest advantage to regrow hair. Virtually all of our amazing results that have been posted on our website or in all of our marketing materials, virtually every single one of those clients detoxified at the beginning of their program to get the best results. So I'm going to explain exactly how to make the tea, and we are going to incorporate that into our daily schedule, which is again written down, and we'll go over that now. So first of all, each bag of detoxify tea is a loose bag. With this, you have about 2 weeks of tea in each bag, so you'll go through 2 bags in a month. So with this, you are going to make 3 cups per day. Now 3 cups per day, obviously for an entire 30 days, that could be a lot of making tea if you're making 1 cup at a time. So I actually recommend that you do 3 cups at one sitting, or when you're making those, so that you basically prepare a day's worth of tea the day before. So in this, we can go over in the instructions, there are 2 methods of making tea. One is 1 cup at a time. The second is to basically make an entire day's worth. I'm going to explain making a day's worth. So we're going to do 2 level tablespoons of tea, and I stress the fact that we actually do level tablespoons, so that those tablespoons, maybe if you have a measuring device, can actually be perfectly level because you don't want to go through too much tea at once. So again, 2 level tablespoons of loose tea, and you're going to drop that into 32 to 36 ounces of boiling water, and then you are going to turn the water down on the stove from boiling down to simmer, and then you are going to let that simmer for 10 to 15 minutes. So if you have either a pot or a tea kettle filled with 32 to 36 ounces of water, you will bring that to a boil, you'll drop in your 2 level tablespoons of tea and let that simmer on low for 15 minutes. At that point you are done, take it off the heat. You can then strain through either a cheesecloth or a tea ball and strain that into either a metal or glass container so that now, once that's boiled off, you're probably going to have about 24 ounces of fluid at that point, and you can put it into either a glass container or put it into a metal container. If you put it into plastic, obviously that hot water is going to pull some of those plastic negative components into the tea, so we don't want that. And now you have a day's worth of tea, which the next day you can drink 1 cup in the morning, 1 cup in the afternoon, and 1 cup at night. So that is the best way to do that. So again, over a course of a month, you are going to go through both bags of tea. When they are done, you are done with the detox. Now, you're also going to be using this Sonny 7. Sonny 7, again, is bentonite clay, psyllium husks, and water. Why do we use this? Well, when you are releasing toxins from your liver and your kidneys, in many cases, those will end up not only purging through your normal detoxification mechanisms, it's going to be sweat, skin, bowels, urine, but it is going to be released back into your digestive tract through your small intestine. When that occurs, you can, in some cases, reabsorb the toxins that you're trying to excrete. So we don't want that to occur. That is why we use bentonite clay and psyllium husks. This product uses bentonite clay, which is a non-digestible clay. So you can actually drink this, it will pass through the system, and it will be not digested. So as it absorbs the toxins moving through your gut, it will pass through your colon and out through your bowels without allowing any toxins to be reabsorbed. So also the psyllium husks will bulk up the stool, so if there's anything in the folds of the colon that might be collecting, obviously it's going to take that with it. So the whole point here is that we're really cleansing the digestive tract so that you're going to decrease inflammation and you are going to improve digestion during the entire duration of the program. So you're going to use the Sonny 7 morning and night, preferably on an empty stomach. Here, I'm going to show you first how it is on the sheet, which hopefully you have in front of you. But ultimately, you're going to use 2 tablespoons of Sonny 7 in 8 ounces of water, typically 45 minutes prior to consuming food or supplementation. Additionally, in the evening time, you will also, about 45 minutes prior to consuming food or supplementation, you're going to be doing another 2 tablespoons of Sonny 7 with 8 ounces of water. This will last 6 to 8 weeks if you're using it as we're recommending it, so just continue to use it even when the tea runs out until it's gone. So again, this product is going to be remarkable in decreasing the issue with reabsorption and basically providing an ultimate detox for the situation. So, as I've gone over exactly how to use the detox, we're now going to integrate that in with the other products on a daily basis. So, on the first sheet here, we actually have 2 sheets. One is the first month, and then basically the second month of your treatment thereafter is on the second page. So I'm going to go through a normal daily routine on the first month so that you have a full understanding of exactly how to do everything throughout the day. So, first and foremost, and again, the first month is the most challenging, but once you get over the detox, then you're going to be in great shape. So at rising, you're going to take 2 tablespoons of Sonny 7 with 8 ounces of water, preferably 45 minutes prior to consuming food or supplementation, because we don't want the bentonite clay to absorb the food or supplementation. You're going to do 1 cup of detoxify tea with breakfast. You're going to do 2 DHT blockers, 1 EFA, and 2 follicle growth vitamins. Then, on an empty stomach, sometime in the afternoon, you'll do another cup of detoxify tea. Additionally, you're going to do another round of Sonny 7 before dinner, 45 minutes preferably before dinner, and you're going to do 2 tablespoons of Sonny 7 with 8 ounces of water. Then you're going to do 2 DHT blockers, you're going to do 2 EFA, and 1 follicle growth vitamin. Typically in the evening time, right before bed, you will also do another cup of detoxify tea. That covers basically until that point all of the ingestibles. And really the detox is what makes it seem like a lot, but realistically you're taking supplements in the morning, supplements in the evening, and introducing your detoxification. So in the evening time, you're also going to be applying your topical formulas, preferably 2 hours before you go to sleep, and they will be rotated nightly. So in normal cases, you're going to use between 1 and up to 3 milliliters of product per night. That is 1 fluid milliliter. You're going to part the hair through the middle of the scalp, assuming that your entire treatment area goes through the middle of your head. You will draw up again 1 fluid milliliter, run that right through the middle of your head. You are then going to massage through so that you are making sure that you're getting all of the product dispersed through the middle of the scalp. Then if you have some focal areas like the frontal hairline or the crown, you're going to draw up another fluid milliliter. In many cases, you'll do half a milliliter on one side of the scalp, like through the temples, and another half milliliter on the other side. In some cases, people will apply more through and above the ears. In some cases, they'll apply more in the crown. Really do not exceed 3 milliliters. and you can use as little as 1, but on average people typically use about 2 milliliters per application. Additionally, again, you want to do this about 2 hours before you go to sleep, and the reason for that is maximum absorption occurs within the first 2 hours. So if you're applying this to your scalp 2 hours before your head hits the pillow, you've had ample time for maximum absorption to occur prior to it possibly being rubbed off on the pillow, or just simply you not being vertical so that it's not absorbing as well. There are 2 formulas that you're going to alternate nightly. Doesn't matter which one you start first, but you can start with the PM tonight if you choose, and then tomorrow night the PMB, next night PM, next night PMB. So you are rotating those 2 formulas as it's specified here. So you will continue to do this obviously for the duration of your program and thereafter, but it is a critical component that you really don't miss more than 1 or 2 nights, and especially this is all of the ingestibles are something that you should be really committed to using on a regular basis so you get the best results possible. So this is throughout the first month. When this detoxification is done, you are done with all of these items. Then you move into basically the second phase. The second phase, as you turn the page, will be into the second month and thereafter. This is far less complicated, and for many people who are not detoxifying, it's what they'll be doing from the very beginning. So, when you're doing this protocol and you are beginning on the second month of your treatment, you will begin basically using your supplements in the morning, supplements in the evening. So in this case, you're going to use 2 DHT blockers in the morning, 1 EFA and 2 follicle growth vitamin, and in the evening you're going to do 2 DHT blockers, 2 EFA, and 1 follicle growth vitamin. So you're simply taking 5 pills in the morning and 5 pills at night. They're just rotated a little bit differently. And again, you'll be applying the topical formulas directly to the areas of loss, preferably 2 hours before you go to sleep. So all of that is laid out right here in this guide. So when those are done, we are now going to address the hair care products. So in this kit, basically again, you will be doing this for the first month and then the second month and thereafter with the ingestibles, and then obviously you're going to be shampooing your hair on a daily basis. So if you are following along in your guide, we are going to be going into the evolution guide. As we go through this, the evolution guide actually has all sorts of instructions, including the do's and don'ts of the program, many of which I've talked about already, but ultimately commonly asked questions, additional instructions for virtually every product that we carry. But getting through, goes through hair care products, topical formulas, about the products, how we got there, so on and so forth. So we're going to get through to the hair care section of the evolution guide. In here, it's going to talk about the 3 different products as we have them here. I'm going to go over those now. In some cases, people might not necessarily be using the shampoo and the follicle stimulating spray, but if you're trying to get the best results possible, you really should be using the whole program. When you use the whole program together as it's designed, it is going to produce the best result, and if you stay consistent with it, that is what produces the results that are second to none that we're known for. So with this, we're going to first go over the shampoo and then conditioner and then the follicle stimulating spray. So with the shampoo, this is the Hair Stem DHT blocking shampoo. You'll get a small amount of shampoo onto your hand first, get that onto your hair and scalp, and basically you're just going to shampoo as you normally would, getting the debris and oil off of the surface of the scalp. Let that sit for about 30 seconds, lean back, rinse. You're actually going to shampoo a second time. Second time, you're going to get about a quarter size of shampoo. You're going to get this onto your hair and scalp. This time, you're going to take the pads of your fingers and you're going to vigorously massage the product through the surface of the scalp, all the way down to the nape of the neck, and then all the way back through the front. And you're going to let this sit for 2 to 3 minutes. The reason for this is we want to exfoliate the surface of the scalp, penetrate deeply into the hair follicle as much as we can with our DHT blocking shampoo so that it can make the most impact that it possibly can, and obviously let that sit so it's going to kill microbials as well as create a positive impact on the scalp and hair follicles. Once that's sit for about 3 minutes, you're going to lean back and rinse. And again, this is in our guide, in the Evolution Guide to Laser Hair Therapy. The third step, because we've shampooed once, shampooed again, and now our third step is to condition. You're going to get about a quarter size of conditioner, maybe more depending on how much hair you have. get that onto the hair and scalp, and you are going to vigorously massage this into the scalp. You are actually massaging the conditioner into the scalp because this is a scalp therapy conditioner. This conditioner has a variety of natural oils, as well as it has some medicinals and vitamins that are going to encourage growth, decrease inflammation, and not leave a residue that microbials or Demodex parasite might want to consume. So this is an excellent volumizing conditioner that really will not weigh down your hair at all, and then on top of that, it is going to help your scalp. So now that you've massaged that in, you're going to let that sit for about 2 minutes, lean back, rinse. That is what you will do in the shower. The follicle stimulating spray is basically when you're getting out of the shower. So once you've stepped out of the shower, your hair is towel dry, you will take the follicle stimulating spray and you will spray about 14 pumps throughout the entire scalp. You can get it all through the sides and through the top, and you are going to basically move the scalp over skull by pressing down on your scalp and stretching the scalp to allow the follicle stimulating spray, which contains biotin, hyaluronic acid, extracts of seaweed, and additional vitamins that are going to be very positive for the growth of your hair, and that is going to obviously penetrate into the scalp, have a really cooling sensation so that you know it's working, because there's also oil of peppermint for stimulation in there, but it is going to allow for those vitamins to rest on the scalp. When you've done that, and you've basically massaged that in, you can let that sit. It will leave no residue. You will just allow that to sit on your scalp, style as usual, blow dry, use gel, whatever you're going to normally do, because it's got onto the scalp and you've already massaged it in. So once that's done, you now have vitamin protection and vitamin stimulation throughout the entire duration of the day, and as you're doing that, then at night you will apply the topical formulas. Then the next morning you wake up, and then obviously you shampoo and revitamin your scalp. So when you do all of these things on a regular basis, you literally have left no stone unturned. This is the fullest, most complete protocol that you can possibly have for hair regrowth. There are only a few additional things that one can do. Men, you can use Propecia, or otherwise known as finasteride, and you can use that to help additional protect from DHT. Women, you should, if you are over the ages of 35, you can use the Revive Hormone Balancing Cream additionally for DHT protection. Other than that, barring some nutritional deficiencies, you have covered everything. Now, when it comes down to diet, at Evolution Hair Loss Institute, we believe in eating correctly for the blood type. This is from my research. I had a test group in 2009. My recommendations at that point in time were to be predominantly vegetarian, be very kind to your liver. And at that point in time, I had a group of individuals that were not responding to that protocol. Make a long story short, the vast majority of those individuals were O blood types. O blood types happen to not respond well to vegetarianism because they really require an additional amount of iron, and they need really red meat or protein in their diet to be as healthy as possible and for their hair follicles to function thoroughly. That is an example of eating correctly for your blood type. So we have 4 different blood type sheets that are based off of Dr. Diamo's book, Eating Right for Your Blood Type. You can ultimately go out and eat in accordance to his book, or we can give you some guidelines based upon our sheets that are going to be a reflection of what's recommended. So know your blood type, and we can provide you basically the cheat sheet for eating correctly for your blood type. There are 4 blood types: O, A, B, and ABs. So O's and A's are the most common, are going to make up about 70% of the population. And those individuals, it's very simple. You can feel free to email us, call us, and we'll send you that guide. So this is the full client setup protocol. It has covered everything, and this is exactly what you should be doing basically throughout not only the first month of your program, but throughout the existing duration of your program. And you're going to be using this most likely in conjunction with a laser, and that laser, either clinical laser or at-home laser, is also going to be built into your program. You can use that as a separate protocol, but ultimately this is your product program. This is going to lay down the foundation, and laser is going to help stimulate that growth so that you can get ultimately maximum hair regrowth through normally a 9 to 12 month time, but in many cases I've seen people regrow hair up to 24 months. So please rewatch this if necessary so that you have the full gamut, and we have obviously these guides which we can send you if you don't have them in front of you.